and welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. This sun is just radiating. It is hot out here, but I had to come out here and share this message with you to let you know that don't allow you not knowing all of the Word of God, all of the Bible. Don't allow that to stop you from embracing your God-given calling. Don't allow it to stop you from embracing your gifts. Don't allow you to stop you from believing and knowing that there is something that God has given you, right? And what I mean by that is God has given us all gifts, right? We have spiritual gifts that He has imparted in all of us, but most of us don't really know what those gifts are. Some of us do know, but we don't know that it's a gift from God. Sometimes our gifts or the gift that God has given you could really literally drive you crazy if you don't understand what it is that you have, right? Because a lot of us were not brought up and raised and taught and educated on, spiritual gifts, and to me, I honestly believe that's why so many people are dealing and battling mentally, because they don't understand that what they're dealing with and their giftings is a spiritual gift. And if you don't understand that that gift is spiritual, you would almost seem crazy to people, right? You would almost seem like you have that you have special power, and I think it's ironic that these Marvel movies and these different movies and all this Harry Potter and all these different worldly movies that everyone loves so much, they are showing us that what we're battling and what we're dealing with is spiritual. They are showing us these things, that what we're battling with, we're battling good and bad. In every Marvel movie, there's a good side, there's a bad side. Every movie, these Marvel movies, there's good and bad. So you have to look at that as an indication that we are battling a spiritual battle. We're dealing with spiritual things, and a lot of us don't understand. So that's why it's good to go to God and have a personal relationship with God, so He can reveal these things to you. Because most of our parents don't understand us. We want our natural parents and natural family to understand us. Our natural family can't understand us. That's why you're driving yourself crazy. That's why you feel like you don't fit in. That's why you feel like you can't fit in. You try to fit in, but it's kind of like putting a square into a circle. The little saying they have. I don't know the saying, but you're trying to force yourself. And the reason you're trying to force yourself, because that is your natural family. You were born into that family. That's not your spiritual family. God used your mom and dad to get you here, but that's why you can't relate. That's why you're trying to understand, and you want a natural love, and you want natural affection from your natural family. You want them to support you. You want them to love you and celebrate you like they do everyone else, right? But you're different. You're not of this world. You're in this world, but you're not of this world. You're more spiritually connected, and you've been like that since a child, right? You've been like that since a child, and that's why I believe the enemy right now is attacking the children. The enemy is trying to confuse the children and their identity and who they are, because children are very spiritual. That's why when a certain person come around, these kids would cry. Babies would cry. People, they would, the children would just start yelling and hollering. And some people try to come to the kids and be like, oh, sugar, wooga, booga, all that talk like that. Them kids, when people do that to the kids and their spirit is not right, them children turn away, because they're very spiritual. Children are true. Children are, they're very authentic. They're very genuine. So you have to be careful with, you have to be careful with how you treat children, because children they're a gift from God, right? They're a gift from God. When you harm a child, that is blood on your hands. You're cursing yourself when you harm an innocent child, right? So that's why I say, you have to be very careful when you're dealing with children, when you're handling children, because children are innocent. Children are sent here, and you once were a child, right? And look at how people try to attack you from birth. Half of your parents almost aborted you. You were abused as children. Why you think there's so much abuse going on in a child's childhood? Because the enemy is after that gifting in that child. The enemy is trying to destroy children. That's why he have all this perverted stuff going on in the media, because he's out to attack these innocent babies, and we have to be careful with that. You know, we have to start telling our children the truth, because if we don't tell them the truth, it may sound crazy, but look, they have social media, they have the movies, they have schools, you know, implementing all these crazy curriculums into the schools, and these children's minds are under attack. So we have to be careful with that. So I was saying, don't let you not knowing all of the Word of God. You know, the Bible is a guide. The Bible is a guide, and it is also a transformation. Yes, you can be transformed by reading the Word of God, but as I've stated, some things that God show you, He's going to show you and give you revelation without reading and knowing the Bible. That's why so many people could come to Christ without even knowing or being a part of a church. You know, so many people could come to God without that, because that is a spirit. God is dealing with the spirit man of a person. Then He will send and guide the person to a church or somewhere where they can grow and be fed, and where they could learn the things of God, learn the things of the Spirit. That's why so many people find God by themselves, then they go to a church. And that's another battle. When God do reveal Himself to people and they go to church, you know, now they're dealing with a different type of demon. You know, they're dealing with different types of things. That's why so many people, the devil's in the church building. That's why so many people experience what they call church hurt. It is hot out here. Oh my goodness. So, yeah. So I just wanted to come talk to you and let you know, don't allow you not knowing all of the Word of God to stop you from seeking Him. This is the time to seek Him. We have to really get in tune and just really seek God, right? We have to really seek Him and trust Him and believe that He will guide us and order our steps.